Hello, Jinal this side. Let me be honest with you. Most Laravel apps don't fail because of bad features. They fail because they get slow, expensive, and hard to maintain. And that usually comes down to code optimizations, not micro optimizations, but real practical decisions I have learned from the productions projects. Like if you are a Laravel developer, you have probably seen this at least once. It's working perfectly on my local, but production is a different world, like real users, real traffic, and real data and real prices as well. So hi everyone, I'm Jinal Sonia, founder of Crux Technology. Along with that, I'm sharing a tech insights. So today I will share Laravel optimization tips that actually matters. So what code optimizations really means in a Laravel? So optimization is not about writing a clever code. In Laravel, optimizations means fewer database queries, less memory usage, clean structures, and predictable performance. So simple code that scales calmly. So let's move to the database queries matter more than you think. Like let me show you the one of the most common mistakes in the Laravel, and the scary part is your app still works, so you don't even notice it sometimes. If you are not experienced developers, so in these queries, at first glance, this looks totally fine, right? No errors, clean code, output is correct. But here is what actually happens behind the scenes, like what Laravel is really doing. So Laravel run one query to get all the users, and then inside this loop for each users, Laravel runs another query to count a post. So if you have one query to get the users and 100 users, you just executed 101 database queries. So that's called the n plus one query problem. So and in the productions, that's slow, very slow. Like why this is dangerous? So the first part is you won't see this problem on a small data, like local works fine, demo works fine, client is happy, until data grows and traffic increases, so and app suddenly feels slow. So this is how performance bugs sneaks into our productions. So this silently create a n plus one queries. So what is the better approach for it? So in this queries now Laravel does the smart thing, like one query for a users and one optimized query to count a post. Done. No extra query inside the loop. So why this is a faster? So this if the work to the database, and database are really good at counting. Instead of asking how many posts does this user have 100 times, we ask give all the users with their post counts once, and that's it. And anytime you see a loop touching relations, stop and ask yourself, can I solve this in one query? That single questions will save you from a slow pages, higher server load, and late night performance fixes. And N plus one queries don't break your app; they slowly skill performance, and now you know how to fix them. So, have you ever discovered N plus one queries after your app went live? Let me comment below. Every Laravel developer has been there. So, if your app feels slow, check your queries first always. It will help you for the faster, cleaner, and production safe development. And another things you have to care about is eager loading is not optional anymore. So if you are not using wait or load consistently, you are leaving a performance on the table. Like in this query, get all the orders and load the related users and item in the advance. So instead of one query for orders, then extra query for each orders, users and items. Uh, Laravel runs a one query for orders, one query for all the users, and one query for all the items. That means no n plus one problems, faster page load, cleaner productions, ready codes. So simple rule is if you know you will need related data, use eager load it. So this single habit reduce ADB calls, improve page load time, and prevent future surprises. So this is a Laravel Optimize 101. but many of you skip it because you don't know it. That's so. And another is cache, like you actually expect traffic. So caching is not advanced, it's a basic survival in the productions, like cache settings, cache heavy queries, and cache dashboard states. So in this query, this stores the calculated state in a cache for 1 hours. So if this cache exists, Laravel uses it, and if not, it's calculated once and save it. So faster response and less server load. From my experience, if something does not change often, it should be cached. And fourth tip I want to share with you is like keep controller theme, so your future self will thank you. Like fat controllers slow development, not execution. So more logic to service classes, actions, and jobs. So in this code, this moves business logic out of the controller into a service classes and keeps controller theme clean and easier to maintain. So this improves readability testing and team collaborations. So optimizations is not only about speed, but it's about mental clarity too. And fifth one, last but not least, is use accuse before you think you need them, like email notifications, exports, and for report as well. So if it does not need to be an instant, send it to the queue. Like send invoice, corporation operator, dispatch, and pass orders. So this sends the invoice task to queue, so it runs in the background without slowing down the users. So this single decisions improve user experience, and it prevents timeouts, handles traffic to spike gratefully. And sixth one tips that I want to share you is don't load what you don't use. Like avoid select star, large models with unused relationship, heavy API responses, and like in this query, this fetches only the ID and names column instead of all the users data. So it reduces memory usage and making the query faster. So load only what you need. So less data equal to a faster response. This is a very simple rule, but it creates a very big impact. And another things I want to share with you is use Laravel tools properly. Like from real project, this help you a lot, like debug bar, telescope, and query logging during optimization phases. But remember, tool source problem, experiences fixes them. Like mindset shift. Like one of the junior developer asked, "Does it work?" And experienced developers ask like this: "Will this still works after 6 months?" For the 10x users and new features. So that's the questions alone improve the code quality. So Laravel give you the power, but power without disciplines create a slow app. So optimization is not about showing off. It's about respecting users' time, respecting servers' resource, and respecting your future self too. So mm, let me ask you one thing: like which Laravel performance issues did you face only after going live queries, like caching or queues? Let me comment below, and your experience might help another developers to avoid the same mistakes too. So see you in the next one. Till then, keep learning, stay connected.